It's your boy Polly C coming at you with another live episode of Carpet Cleaning Guys Vlogs. Alrighty then, what we got going on today? We got this off-white Berber. It appears to be an olefin carpet. I know it's not wool. I know it's not a nylon. It's had some wear and tear on it. You could see that this whole one section is a shadow. That's kind of a loose part where it needs to be stretched, but you could see my shadow, and that back there is not a shadow. But this is, you see the shadow, and I have a tripod up on the counter. The customer was concerned about that area, and I took my flashlight and illuminated it, and they said, oh, okay. So be careful when you're doing light colored carpet. People get a lot of shadows. There's my collapsible bucket. I'll be using simple end cap at the dilution ratio that the instructions on the bottle suggest. Excuse me. I did boost it, however, with 1 ounce of Simply Citrus, which is a general all-purpose cleaner. It is fantastic, though, as a booster. I did 1 ounce per gallon. This is a 2.5 gallon reservoir or tank. And I am going to use the microthin. This has the propeller stitching. I'm going to apply my solution through that, and also it will create agitation and loosen up the dirt. Then I will use a cotton glad pad. I believe this one's a 20-inch. And then also a polar pad. Look how thick that is. If you want absorption to dry up, that is the ticket. And here's my new tripod. A little mini shelf one. I think it's a Manfrotto. The lighting's bad in this unit, as you can see. We have some overcast weather. I'll take you over to the window and show you. Now, there is some fiber distortion going on. That's natural wear. So I don't expect that it's going to completely be evened out and bright. Whoa, look at that. The snow started to melt. That's right, we got snow up here on Bainbridge Island. That is the Starbucks and the Safeway shopping center. I'll zoom in over there. You could see the snow on the center there. You see it starting to melt. We're expecting, they say, 8 inches of snow tonight, so got to get prepared. Here is that collapsible bucket, and I'm going to fill it up with hot water. I've already got the simple end cap and the Simply Citrus in the tank on the swirly. So I'll just be adding this and kind of mixing it up and going. If you're interested in the products that I'm using and the equipment and pads, like this microthin here with the propeller strips, I am going to pre-wet this and keep it pretty damp, so that when I am applying the solution, it just starts right off. The solution will blend into that as I pull the trigger on the tank, on the swirly, and distribute that solution evenly. But if you are interested in the same equipment and stuff that I'm using, it all comes from endcapstore.com. There's always a link in the description below. If you do buy something using the link, doesn't matter how much it is or what it is, it will not cost you a dime more than if you bought it without using the link. What it will do is it will support my channel as I get a small percentage of the sale. That helps me to continue to make these videos. If you're a YouTuber, you know, you could be in and out of a home a lot faster if you're not taking the time to film and then setting up. Like with me, I do a voiceover, and all that takes time. So the few pennies that I get from your purchase is much appreciated. Again, link in the description below. Pardon me again. And that pad I had on the Malish pad driver just so that when I'm transporting it in and out, I don't get any stuff stuck in the pad driver and I don't mash it down. I am on the 4th floor, which is amazing to be able to do. I got a call from a realtor and he said nobody can come up the elevators with their hoses and nobody has a portable unit. So somebody or one of his real estate agents recommended me. They saw my service on YouTube, so that's awesome. You can see here the swirly is doing a fantastic job. I am pulling the trigger and applying the solution pretty liberally. I have a few jobs today to get done, and I'm hoping to get done before 4 o'clock. I typically will take a 9 a.m., an 11 a.m., and a 1 p.m., and usually get home by about 3 o'clock most days. Some days I don't do 3, some days I just do 1, but my average ticket is usually about $250 to $600, so I don't necessarily have to do a whole bunch of volume to make up a good income. But I also do all of the steps necessary when it's needed. If it's a full pre-vacuuming, edging, and then the agitation, if I have to do it, I can attach my brush on the bottom of the swirly, or if it's not too bad, I can use a micro-thin scrubbing strip pad like you see me doing. And I know a lot of guys out there in the business, I've gotten a lot of calls and people are worried, new carpet cleaners, because they're not getting as much work as they were getting in the summer. And I've been doing this for many years, so I'm used to my particular area that I work in. When it gets to about, I'd say December 10th, things just really slow down. And they don't pick up until maybe the last week of January. So I kind of put money away during the real busy season. When it's summertime, I'll slam 5 or 6 jobs if the calls are coming in, even if I'm working by myself, just so that I can put that money and that income away, knowing that I'm going to be up against a December and January. And nobody wants to be hurting for money to pay their bills in December or January for that matter. Christmas time, the holidays. So be smart. Plan for December and January. If you are stuck in kind of a rut and you're new to the business, don't give up. I see so many people selling their equipment on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Now's a good time, once you know what you're doing and you start saving money, now is a good time to start buying people's equipment, because they jump into business, they do good, December hits, it slows down, and their significant other is staring them in the eyes while they're sitting at home on the couch wondering, how are we going to get groceries this week? So they start selling their equipment, and that is the best time to buy it. But I feel sorry for those people that were not business savvy or didn't get that information ahead of time to know that there is going to be a slow time. I've mentioned that over and over. I have a video where I talk about getting into carpet cleaning business. It's a free video. You can search through and find it. I think it's about an hour and a half long, but I kind of give you all the steps, what I do and how I do my appointment booking, calendars, my accounting, my bookkeeping. I give you all those things, the solutions and chemicals I use, all that stuff's available in that video. But anyway, I digress. The thing here that would be good for somebody that is experiencing a slow season is you want to get out in the field. When you have time, still wake up. Like if I had no work, I normally do a 9, 11, and a 1. So from 9 to 1, I'd go out into the field, either with business cards, or if you go on NCAP store, Damon has some awesome marketing materials. He offers really nice brochures, and they'll put your logo on it and everything. You just take it to your local Staples and have it printed. And I have the residential brochures, which shows pet package treatments and all that stuff. And I also have the commercial brochures. Commercial brochures are great because you can walk into realtors' offices, Coldwell Bankers like this one, or Windermere, or Keller Williams, whoever your local real estate office is. Find that, go in, bring your brochure, introduce yourself, or just a business card, or for that matter, you can even print some cheap flyers up, just on a basic computer. But eventually you'll want to have something professional, and the color brochures really pop and they make you stand out. And just go and say, I'm in the area, this is my area, I service this area. If you ever want a free demo, give me a call. Here's my brochure. We offer in-house estimates, so we'll come in, measure it up, and give you a guaranteed quote. Not an estimate, but a guaranteed quote. Price won't change, and you can let them know, it's low moisture. Basically, it's going to clean, deodorize, and protect. Everything's in that one solution, because even with simple end cap, you've got the encapsulator. It's got a nice fresh scent, and so it's cleaning, it's deodorizing, and then it has that anti-resoiling deposition, or the agent that prevents it from the solutions or any dirt repenetrating the fibers. I'll move this around a little bit and we'll get this area here. Keep in mind, I'm going to go back over this with the additional pad. This will be my first run, and then I'll kind of show you the end of just that first half of the living room where that big wear pattern was. That was their biggest concern, and it should be beautiful. It did turn out excellent, so stay tuned for that. I'll work my way forward. The Swirly is a rotary machine, and if you are interested in rotary and shower feeding like what I'm doing today, I highly recommend you look up OxyDry, and he has a YouTube channel. It's under OxyDry. His name is Robin, and I've been in contact with him for several years now. He's been doing YouTube videos a lot longer than me, and I picked up a lot of what I know about rotary shower feed cleaning from him. So check it out. It is awesome, and you can see the machine is so nimble. You can move it in and out of places that you can't move the Orbot Vibe or the Mighty ECO that I have. So I use this quite often. I do use my Vibe a lot, but I like to use this one coming up on the 4th floor. I didn't even have to bring my pre-spray jug or my pre-spray gun. I just put the solution, measured the solution, put it in the tank, grabbed some pads, and grabbed my bucket, and away I go up the elevator. I'm going to be in and out of here. And again, that's not the purpose. Is speed. You want to do whatever it takes with a rotary. The slower you go, the cleaner you're going to get. I just finished this bedroom here off to the right, and I'll show you what the pad looks like. Oh yeah, woo! Where does the dirt go? This is called SETT method. SETT is the acronym that was coined by Robin at OxyDry. Stands for Soil Extraction Transfer Technology. Wow, it came all the way through the pad. So yeah, I'll be going over it with that one. Maybe run down and get another pad before I'm done, but you can see the soil is coming out great. That's my first run, and now I'm going to put the Glad pad on and give it another whirl. You can go over it as many times as you see fit. This pad was used at the Arby's, where it was really heavily soiled. If you go back and look at my Arby's dirty restaurant video, you'll see once they pick up that much soil, you'll never get them white again. I had to wash it and wash it and wash it. And then Damon gave me a tip and said, hey, add a couple scoops of Green Dragon in the laundry. And I did that and definitely brightened them up good enough to where they don't look like I'm bringing a dingy, dirty pad into someone's home. So here we go. I do have the new smaller, not smaller, but thinner wheels. They're still 10-inch wheels. I have those that Damon ordered for me. I just have not put those on yet. I'm still deciding if I'm okay with this pneumatic wheel or if I want to put the other wheels on. Either way, I have them to do so. And speaking of the slower season where you can go out and talk to people and realtors and walk in and out of restaurants, give your business cards, you can even walk neighborhoods and, just tell them, I was down the road or in an adjacent neighborhood and I just thought I would stop by, let you know I'm in the neighborhood. I had a cancellation. If you are interested in a free demo, possibly getting a cleaning, I'd be happy to do that. And you can, if you have to, you can lower your rates. There's no disgrace in doing that if you are just trying to pick up some extra work. But one of the tips for you today, I had one of my clients, this is my second one, but my first client, I couldn't film in the house, and she watched me bring in my Hoover Hush Tone vacuum, and she had pre-vacuumed, but I could see there was a lot of dog hair and debris. So I did a thorough vacuum. It probably took me an hour to vacuum her home, but I vacuumed each room going forwards and then diagonal, crisscross, and then I edged thoroughly, and there was a ton of crap in the edging. And then when I was done, I showed her the bag. I had to carry a pocket knife with me, and I split it and showed her. And I said, possibly your vacuum's clogged, And I said, if you want me to look at it, I would take a look at it for her. And unfortunately, fortunately, it was not clogged. It was just one of those, I'm not sure it was a blue and white, like a Bissell, probably one of the cheaper Walmart vacuums, but it just didn't do the job for her. And she asked me, how much would you charge, Paul, to come out once a week with that vacuum and do what I just saw you do? And unfortunately, I don't have time for that. I told her I'll send her an Amazon link for the Hoover Hush Tone, and she could do it herself. It would probably save her money, but she really insisted. And I says, well, let me think about it, and if I have time, once a week, maybe I could do it. But what I was thinking, what would you charge to vacuum someone's house? And I'm thinking, I'll be there probably for about 30 minutes, an hour, maybe, I don't know, $50 to vacuum it, a good commercial vacuum. And so if you did that once a week, you're looking at $200 a month, which in my case, I would get the $200 in advance each month. So the beginning of the month, I would go do the vacuum, collect the $200, and the next 3 sessions would be prepaid. So check that out. That might be something you could do on the slow season. There may be people that are, once you show them what you pick up in your vacuum, depending what type of vacuum, a good commercial one, they have the Pro Team, the Workhorse. There's lots of them. So that might be an option. Hope that helps somebody. I appreciate everybody. You could see it came out good. Through the camera, I'll tell you, I can see it, but without the camera, I cannot see it. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in my next episode.